I'm going to just open and share a couple thoughts and reminders, and then I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay and then Nicole, and then I'll just wrap us up. Does that sound good? All right. So couple things I want you guys to mark your calendars for. The Clean with Water Challenge starts the 19th. So if you are not in it and you want to be in it, there's still time to sign up. If you are bringing on new team members, that is the perfect way to launch them. I would say up until up until you can't get something in the mail in time, that would almost be a better way to launch them than even a party, like a traditional launch party. So if you need information or help or support, just message me or Karen or Nicole for that. And then our team bingo night is going to be Sunday, the 22nd. So it kind of coincides with the Clean with Water Challenge. So don't forget to funnel your guests in there. Your VIP people, you can share the link in your parties. You can share the link in your VIP group. I always have to remind my VIP group, like for about like the week leading up to bingo, I just post about it a few times in there so they remember to do it. But bingo's been super fun. And then what else would I have? Oh, so here's something, it's not new, but I'm just getting back to doing it consistently. But on Monday, the 23rd at 8 Central, I'm going to do a live Q&A in our Team Summit recruiting group. And I'll share all that again in our group, but I have not been good about going live in there. And to be honest, it's because I didn't want to do it twice a month. That felt like it was too many things. So I just took it down to one a month. It has nothing to do with Debbie's call. I feel like that's its own thing. So I'll just go live once a month. Whoever's there is there. If nobody's there, I'll still talk because people do watch the replays. They will. So that's going to be on the 23rd. And if you guys saw, I did post a Team Summit newsletter. I think I posted it. Anyway, that's in the calendar in the newsletter, and I will reshare that just so you guys all have it right at your fingertips. So if you have any questions, you can just pop them over into the chat. And that is those upcoming events.
What's the day you're doing that again?
The Q&A will be the 23rd. So bingo's the 22nd, and I'll do the Q&A on the 23rd. And I also thought that we could funnel people from the Clean with Water Challenge into that as well. So that was kind of my thinking behind it, and I wanted to space it out a little bit. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys just real briefly about summer. Now, I did just listen. I started listening to Kristen's most recent podcast. So is a really good one. If you guys haven't listened to it yet, it's her number 106. It's called Committed versus Convenient. So that's a really compelling title. Has anybody listened to it yet? Yes, Naomi and Heather. So what she said, I feel like I say this too, but I like how she said it. So I'm going to just basically kind of say verbatim what she said. But summer is coming. For me, it is coming in 2 weeks. My kids only are in school for 2 more weeks. And part of me is like, oh, like I really do like having them gone for 6 hours a day. It's just nice because then I can do my thing. And then when they come home, I'm mom. So Kristen was saying that sometimes we feel like there's this tension between working and enjoying summer because, the kids are home. It doesn't feel simple because they're home all day. And if your kids are like mine, I don't know, they eat all day long. It's like, you guys don't eat all day at school. Why are you eating all day in the summer? They're just making up for lost time, I guess. And then they're in things like my kids are in swim team, there's summer camp. There's all kinds of, we just feel like there's all these activities and it feels chaotic. But I just want to challenge you guys. Yes, summer is chaos, but life is always chaotic. Summer is just a different kind of chaos. So I like how Kristen said, like, when does life not happen? Life is always happening. The lie that we tell ourselves is when life slows down, then I will blah, blah, blah. But the truth is that day never comes because it's just things just change. Like maybe one area will slow down, but then another area speeds up. And it's not that life ever gets easier, it just gets different. Like, you know how if you have older kids, like when your kids were babies, you felt like you would never sleep again. Then they get older and that season ended, but you're still just as busy and you're still just as tired because now they're in school and they're in dance and they're in soccer. So it's just life is always going to happen. So my challenge to you guys is, how are you going to plan for summer coming to work your business? Because I really believe that if you have a plan, then when the chaos happens, you can handle it. You know, you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So I was looking at June, and my husband's gone for 2 full weeks in June. So like, oh, but I'm already thinking like, okay, that doesn't mean June's a wash for me. So my daughter is in swim every Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 10:30. So I already have to just sit in the car or sit at the pool anyway. So from 9:30 to 10:30, I'm going to be working. I'm not going to be reading and I'm not going to be listening to a podcast because that doesn't, while good, it's not an action. I want to have that hour be action oriented. So I'm going to do my host coaching, my follow-up, my messaging, like anything that's talking to people. I'm going to do that while I'm sitting at the pool. So then, you know, when she's done and we go home, then my plan is, okay, she's going to be tired from swimming. Here's an hour of TV. Go watch TV for an hour and I'm going to go to my office. So I can plan for 2 hours a day in June that I can work when my kids are at home. My son is 17. I don't know where he'll be in and out. He'll just need me when he needs food. So all that to say, you know, summer's coming. And if it's going to be different for you, how can you plan to still work and have focused time? Because I believe that you can do that. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay Denny.
Get me unmuted. Hi guys, can you all hear me? Okay, so I'm here to talk about partying today. I'm the party section. And I'm gonna make it so I can see at least a few of you. Okay. So with this month, we are trying in May to get back to the basics. Kelly was chatting with us leaders about how we think that we just need to get back to the roots, get back to what is simple, simplified. Norwex is making a big deal about making resources and things available in a simple way. And so one way that I implemented that idea this month is by changing how I party. So I have started doing in-home parties, which is so sweet. I have been around Norwex long enough that I did in-home parties before 2020 and all of that. Some of you, many of you have only been Norwex consultants through COVID. So you've never done an in-home party. So put in the comments if you have ever done an in-home party, you've never done an in-home party, you want to try an in-home party, like give me your thoughts about in-home parties right now. Just say it out there. It's okay if it's negative right now, we can turn that around later, but just tell me what your thoughts are about in-home parties. What did Heather say? She has one. Yay, Heather's got one scheduled. Perfect, you guys, that's great. Yeah, tell me where you're at with in-home parties. So I love in-home parties so much. There are lots of people, even who were consultants before COVID, who just preferred Facebook parties. It goes better with their lives. It goes, it's just, you can do so many in one party. It's really convenient, but I love in-home parties because it makes such a difference to me when you can, when the guests can touch and try and see and feel the cloths and how they work. Because it's like one thing to watch a demo on your computer, but it's a completely different ballgame when you get to try it themselves. If you've ever given out a Try Me kit, you know that, because the Try Me kits make a huge difference. I just want to start with that because I want you all to try an in-home party if you are able. I want to read some of your comments because I know you were chatting. You guys are telling me what you got. Okay. Yep. Kelly's done in-home party. She's a in-home party girl. Rose did a few. Naomi has 2 coming up. Heather is nervous. Holly done online parties and a couple of vendor shows. Great. So thank you for sharing. And I hope that this helps you become a little bit more comfortable with your in-home party. So first of all, there's 2 different things, 2 different options for you. Number one, if you got the regular starter kit when you signed up as a consultant, you have party cards. And you probably maybe tucked them away because you're like, dude, I just do online parties all the time. I don't need these. But pull them out now, okay? Look how pretty they are. I think these are the most recent ones. You should all have something like this. Like, they're just beautiful. They're so handy. It's a script. It tells you what to do. So if you want a party that is streamlined, that is linear, that just takes right through the flow of what Norwex is, how it works, what the basic products are, the party cards are a really good way to do that. And, but here's another option. I started this week, my latest party on Sunday, I did bingo at my party. So if you guys have been doing Kelly's bingo nights each month, I took that bingo card and I just did it live in my party. So most of you probably kind of know how it works. I didn't make it fancy. Everyone had the same bingo card, this one. I printed out enough for every guest. And at an in-home party, that's like no more than 10, 12 people. So it's not a big expense. Anyway, everyone got this card. They got to choose 4 numbers. And so I said, it could be something you love. It could be something you're curious about. It could be something you just don't know, one of your favorites. So they circled their 4 favorites on their card. I gave them each a pen. Then I drew the numbers. I had them in a hat. I had numbers 1 to 25 in a hat. And then when I drew a ticket, I did the demo of that number. So let's say the first one that I drew was 8. On my card, 8 is the exfoliating face mitt. So the reason why it's on here is because it's a spending get this month. So I'll talk about how I love to use it a few days a week to get a deeper clean on my face. And this month you can get it for, who knows the answer? How much can you get it for? Tell me. Can I tell you a secret? I don't know the answer, so I'm asking you. 5. Thank you. $5. You can get it for $5 this month as an add-on. So what this card has, it has the spend and gets on it. It has hosting specials, some of the products that are in the host packages. It even has mini games. So check this one out. Let's say I draw number 4. It says Q&A. That is my Ask Me About My Job game. If you do that in your Facebook games already, it's pretty simple. But how I do it in a home party, I'll just do this really quick for you, is I say, okay, I have with me an itty bitty window cloth, and I hand it to the host. And I say, okay, Naomi, you have this window cloth. She gets to take it home unless one of you steals it from her. And here's how she steals it from her. Here's how you steal it from her. You ask me a question about my job. I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 3 minutes. At the end of 3 minutes, whoever's holding the window cloth gets to take it home with them. So, and if you're not sure what to ask, I have some questions available for you in your party kit, you guys, in your party cards. You have opportunity cards. Aren't these pretty? They're so pretty. All of them say Norwex is the solution on the back, but they have questions that are canned for them. Do Norwex consultants have to pay for host gifts? That's one of them. Did you buy all the products you're demoing? If you're a little bit nervous about what questions they might ask, use the party cards, because then Norwex gave you the answers on what to say. This is the wrong one. This is opportunity. Oh, no, that's the right one. It's called opportunity cards. It gives you a little script of what to say when they ask that question. So let's say they asked me, what's that one to say? How much can I earn? That's one of them. Then it says right here, you just read it. This is exciting. You get benefits from day 1. You earn 35% on everything you sell. Anyone could do that. Anyone can do that. So that's one mini game. And then that has a prize along with it. So the reason why this is exciting to me, why I love this idea, is the whole entire party is a game. Like, why do people come to parties? Because I want to have fun. So if you're making the whole entire party a game like this, like, of course they're all going to want to book a party because you're so fun. What you're doing is awesome and fun. So this, you guys, is available to you. I just made a copy of it and it's in the team Canva. If you don't know what that is, ask me, ask Kelly. I forgot my water. Yeah, Kelly, this is duplicatable. Anyone could do this. Make this yours. You do not have to have the same icons that I do. Choose the products that you love, that are your favorites, that you want them all to know about. Like if you love body cloths, make sure that body cloths are on there. It doesn't have to be only new things. I do have new products on here. There's a computer one. This is talking about the virtual kit because you can work your business just from your computer. There's Debbie's face on here because that's the Debbie call. You can give a plug for the Debbie call that happens. Oh, I forgot to mention, this one is the free space, just for fun, because I do think it's important that they know a little bit about microfiber, the basics. So this says 99%. That's just to remind you to talk about that. Norwex microfiber removes 99% of bacteria from the surface when used correctly, only with water. So you can talk about, I would talk about that one first thing before drawing any numbers. Okay. So go download this from the Canva, make your own. This can also be done in a Facebook party. Okay. Doesn't have to be just in home. It can be done in a Facebook party too, just like Kelly does. I'm going to check my notes really quick, but does anyone have any questions? I had a few more things to say. Here we go.
I think you answered my question right at the end, but I was going to say, if you just started with the game, or if you gave like a background of the basics of how Norwex works before you started, but you maybe did by doing the free square.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. And also I would thank the host at the beginning for bringing everyone there. I had everyone introduce themselves and say something sweet about the host, going in a circle so I could hear their names again. And then I said like why I'm a consultant. So I did those 3 things before. Then I hand everyone a card, say pick your 4 numbers, and we're going to start with the free space. Kelly had an idea for her bingo game that she will, if anyone books a party during the game, the bingo game, or joins your team, says, sure, I'll join. They get to spin her, she has a spin the wheel. And you could have a spin the wheel on your phone to do that with, or you could have a bonus prize, but that's an option as a bonus incentive for joining or for someone booking a party.
Lindsay, can I just say how much fun you are? This is so fun because, first of all, I'm a teacher and I'm a yacker. So I feel like I love in-home parties. I always have, but I yak too much. So this is like less me and more fun for the guests. But the mini games inside the bingo is so fun. I don't know if you guys remember the episode of The Office where Pam made a chore wheel and nobody wanted to spin the wheel for chores. So then she made a fun wheel, and then inside the wheel was a mini wheel. And when they spun the mini wheel, that was where the chore is. Ridiculous, but that's what it makes me think of. So in her bingo, there's the stealing prize game, there's wheel spinning, it's like, who would not want to come to that party? Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, book a prize during bingo, spin my wheel. I mean, I want to spin the wheel, so I'm going to book a party. Like, so much fun, Lindsay. Thank you for making this like the best party that I can't wait to go do as a consultant. Like, who wouldn't want their friends to come to this?
Yes, thank you for saying that. That this just like, because I was feeling nervous. That was my first in-home party for a really long time. I was feeling nervous about it. I was feeling rusty. But guys, this had everything I needed to talk about right here. I wasn't gonna forget anything. It's all there. So I love that about it. That's okay. I'm prepared. I just have to pull the numbers. Heather, how was the party? You tell us. I did not tell my host ahead of time that I was doing bingo because I thought I got the idea like the day of my party. But that would be a fun thing to do. Like you could put that on invitations like, hey, come have a bingo night. Wouldn't that be fun? Heather, the party, what I came away with one booking, one new team member, and over $800 in sales. And it's not quite closed yet. So I mean, the host orders still yet to come. So it was great. It was wonderful. 2 in-home parties, they're always so much, for me, they're much more profitable. Even though there's fewer people, it's great. Okay, I think I'm done.
Hey, Lindsay, I have a question for you. So before COVID, I was doing in-home parties the old-fashioned way with like paper order forms. Did you have them just do it? Like now people are just having them check out on their laptops. Did you do that?
This party, I did order forms because that was just that was the sense that I got that was going to work best. I always bring them just in case, but normally now I do check out on my computer. Naomi Ike is doing a party next week. She's going to give them an incentive for ordering on the app. That was her idea.
I don't know if I trust the app. I love that idea, but I don't know if it's is it super trustworthy? Give it a run through.
I haven't had problems with it. Now we're all nervous about it.
I think the app works.
I see a lot of people not liking it on the jacket page, but I don't do anything with it because I don't trust Norwex's technology.
I like the app.
From the app when I was a customer.
Did you?
Like, up until last year.
Okay.
That's where I placed my orders. So
Okay. Well, if you like it, do it. That was awesome. Does anybody else have any questions specifically for Lindsay? Oh, Heather said, did you end up with more than one bingo winner? Like how many winners did you pick? And then did you just go through all your squares?
Oh, okay. I had one person won first. So I gave her a prize. And then I just kept going and I went through the whole thing. And yeah, I ended up with just one winner. I could have kept, it depends on how many prizes you bring. Oh, and if you want ideas for prizes, like don't give away a ton. Don't give away full-size stuff. Give away samples. Cut up your spironets or give a full one if you want to, but you don't have to. Put enzymes in little spray bottles and dilute them. You can even do a coffee card for a fun one, or like here's some cleaning paste and then my mini cut up cloth. But so don't go giving away a bunch of stuff. It does not have to be fancy. They just like to win.
You guys, Ashley Neville cuts countercloths in half. Like Lindsay said, they just want something. So cut your stuff up. She cuts the netted dishcloths like in fourths or something. Like, yeah, I don't know. People are fine with that. Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. If you have more questions, you can always just shoot her a message or even post it in the team page so everybody else can see it too. I am so sorry. I'm like scratching at my eyes. Like my cat was just here. It was so windy and hot today. Like there's pollen. It's just awful right now. So I'm going to turn over to Nicole. She is going to share some great VIP tips for us, and I cannot wait to hear what she has to say.
You guys, Lindsay, I love that. I can't wait to do a home party with your bingo. I am usually not a home party girl. I did a few, but they sound so fun. It makes me want to do one. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to start by hosting in my own home. Okay. So I am on my phone, which always bugs me because I can only see just a handful of you and I don't know how to respond to the chat on my phone. And I also, right before our team meeting started, I got added to a messenger nail party from someone I don't even hardly know. Don't do that. It's awful. And so I'm getting all these. I've gotten a video chat, all their conversation, and I don't like to even wear anything on my nails. I'm a natural nail person. So anyway, good thing not to do.
You can remove yourself out of one of those, just so you know.
I know I have to go, but I'm on my phone, so I have to go off of our Zoom call to go in and remove myself. But it actually is kind of like a good reminder of why not to do that, right?
Oh,
How important those personal invites are. Okay, so I wanted to talk about VIP group content because I have been with Norwex now for almost 3 years, and I post in my VIP group every day. And so that's what, like, I don't know, 1,000 posts or more, right? So at a certain point, like you feel like you've said everything, you've done everything, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Or at least it feels that way sometimes. Anybody else ever feel that way? Yes. Okay. So I really like simple formulas because they're simple and I like a formula of what to do. So I'm going to give you a simple formula, not for you to have to post every day, because I know we all are at different points in our business, but maybe this will give you 4 to 5 posts a week. Okay. So, because also people need to hear about a product more than just once. They need to hear about it like multiple times, right? You've probably all heard that they need to hear a message at least 7 times before they take action. And so instead of posting one day about the body cloths and the next day about the EnviroCloth and the next day about the dishcloth where people don't follow your content, what you want to do, or what I like to do, this is the formula, you can take it or leave it, is to pick hero products. So I think it's great to set aside dedicated time. It can be either once a week, it could be every other week, it can be once a month, and just plan your content. And using this formula, it will make it easy. So you pick, if you're doing it for a month, you would pick 4 hero products. And I'm going to explain kind of what that means here in a minute. But you might look at like what the host rewards are, something that's maybe really exciting about the host rewards, like it's mop month. So you might choose the mop to be one of your hero products. You can look at your spend and get products. You can look at the joining special or the customer specials. So I'm going to use as an example this month's spend and gets. So there's 3 of them. So you would choose the spend and get products, and that is your hero product. Like say you're going to do the exfoliating or the body cloths, because they're the first one. They're the $5 when you spend, I think, $85. So you're going to talk about the body cloths as your hero product for the week, and that's your focus for the week. And you're going to remember that your goal is connection and relationship through your content, right? With your customers. So you're going to look for content that inspires them, educates them, entertains them, and engages them. So something that inspires. It could be a pretty photo. It could be a nice quote. Something that educates. It could be a blog post, or like I love using the blog posts from the Norwex movement. My customers love going in there and reading about whatever it is. And I usually ask them to share something that they learned from whatever they read to be entered into a giveaway. And it can be, just like Lindsay was saying, something really tiny. Something that educates could be like a live demo. Something that entertains could be like a meme, or it could be a real life funny from your home, from your personal experiences. And then something that engages could be like a poll, or like just a call to action to purchase the product. So like with the body and face pack, your first post could be like a funny meme. Like there's some funny memes of like, what I feel like I'm washing my face and it's all beautiful and the water is just gently going over her chin, right? And then like the next photo is what actually is happening, and it's just she's doused with water. Like it's just crazy, right? So kind of a funny meme. And then the second day you could do a poll about how often do you wash your face, and you could ask them, you know, vote. I religiously wash my face. Sorry, it's always bath time. So how often do you wash your face? And you could give them different options, include things that are kind of funny, They keep it light and engaging. And then your third day, you could go live and show how you actually use the body cloth to wash your face. And then the fourth one can be, are you gonna come over here? Oh my gosh, my office is also the playroom and it is a total disaster. And Peyton's coming down here. He just got out of the shower. So I hope that helps, but that's my formula for VIP content, and it just works really well. You can build off of that and add in extra things. But I love, since I switched to having one hero product that I focus on for the week, it has made such a difference and an impact in how much my customers interact with the content. And it's so much easier. So I hope that helps. Any questions for me? I'll try and see them if you type them in the chat, or if you want to pop in and ask a question. I know that was kind of maybe hard to follow.
I thought that was great. So I missed a little bit. It's those 4 things that you do for each product. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then are you doing other things as well? Are you posting like, or is this like, this is what you do for your content pretty much?
It's pretty much what I do. I do, like the dishwasher challenge and mix it up, but like any time where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, this is what I do. And I do a what do you think Wednesday. And Wednesdays are the most popular day in my VIP group now because I do those a lot. And instead of me sharing about the product, I ask basically my group to share about the product. You obviously have to have enough people in your group who will do that, but it makes it fun because they sell the product to each other instead of just me. You want to say something, Peyton?
Mommy.
That is super helpful, Nicole. I really love your formula because I tend to just post willy-nilly, like, oh, let me go just grab this video off YouTube. And I don't always have a good strategy for it, but I like that you've made it so intentional and you're seeing like you're reaping the rewards from that. That is so smart. I have it written down now to talk to my virtual assistant about. Does anybody else?
So
have
then,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so then, I mean, I usually am checking some things in Nicole's page, but I'm trying to remember, once you follow this formula, are you then ending the week by posting what that like spend and get special is or whatnot, or have you already done it? I know that we kind of were within our chat, we had been talking about ways that we wanted to share all of the monthly offerings, and that the Cinco de Mayo post was kind of what got that rolling, and that we were talking about doing other things for spring and summer. But I'm trying to remember, Nicole, if you then post at the end of the week about that.
I usually do. And it
Okay.
varies, and I don't name like a lot of, how you can do Meme Monday and Tip Tuesday. And I don't really tell my group that that's what I'm doing, but in my brain, like I'm kind of doing it, and it kind of builds with like something funny and engaging. And then like a poll, because that's a Facebook thing, that they like you to do. And so I don't have to stick to it, obviously. But it's an easy way. And obviously I post every day, but I think it's a really great way for people who are only looking for 3 or 4 posts a week, to easily get content.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's really great. And like you said, after 7 years, I really am weary sometimes of thinking of things to post.
I'm sure.
Had like 1,000 posts. I was like, oh my gosh, because yes, because I get like, I don't even know what to talk about anymore, but never think people are tired of hearing things, because we are tired of saying it. They're not tired of hearing it. And it's even funny, before I told my VIP group, I'm like, what do you guys want to like know how to clean? And the number one thing was a toilet. And I'm like, you guys, I have showed you how to clean a toilet probably 50 times. How do you not get it yet? But they're just, everybody's on their own journey of green cleaning. So maybe they bought the window cloth and EnviroCloth and they cleaned their refrigerator with it, but they just weren't mentally ready for the
Yeah.
toilet, you know? So it's just, but this is so helpful, and I love it. I love it. So if you guys have any more questions, you know, message Nicole or post them in our team group. And it stays with our simple theme, back to the basics. Like we're not reinventing the wheel. You're not recreating some class on toxins. Like you're just sharing with value what Norwex is providing with what's on sale or what's in the specials, and you're just educating your people about it. So give Nicole a hand. Thank you so much. So to close, yes, what I wanted to close, and it really just fits in with all of this, is just to remind you guys, and you probably, if you're watching this, you're probably the ones who watched me go live in Team Summit, but hopefully the people on that watch this replay, the whole idea of coming back to the basics and Lindsay talking about parties is really connection. And I think the last 2 years, that's probably the one thing we've all felt is missing. Because I don't know about you, but there was a time when life was normal pre-2020 where I was on my phone a lot. Like it was pretty addictive, like it was always in my hand. And through the last 2 years, I got to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to go. Like, I don't want my phone. Like, I'm tired of being on it. I'm tired of looking at it. I open up these apps and they're just like, it's too much. But like, you want to go for coffee, or you want to get lunch, or you want to go out for a drink, like I'm there. And I think people are feeling like that just everywhere. So how can we, you know, Norwex is the vehicle for connection. You know, we have this really great way to connect with people, to build relationships with people. And I think that's getting back to why a lot of people even start with Norwex. I started Norwex for the discount, but I started partying because I wanted to get out of the house, because I had a newborn baby and I quit my full-time teaching job. I wanted to like just talk to women and drink a glass of wine and eat a brownie. That's what I wanted, was connection with adults. So just remember that. And I just had a thought. I just lost my thought. Connection, back to basics. I just lost that thought. Dang it. It was a good one too. Well, it'll come back to me and I'll just do a live about it tomorrow. So anyways, I hope you guys have taken something from this that you can go and implement, whether it's how am I going to plan for the different chaos of summer. It's not going to be more busy. It's just going to be different busy. How can I keep working on my business with intention? Bring the fun to your parties, be consistent with your VIP groups, and connect with people. Because I would bet that people who tell you no to a Facebook party, they might say yes to a home party, because they're tired of, if I'm tired of being online, so are they. And I think that's why maybe we're seeing some of our algorithms drop and things like that, because people are over it. So connect face to face if you can. Okay. Anything else? Any last thoughts?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a question. Do you know in our back office if there is a way to search our customers by state or zip code or anything like that?
What I do is I export my contact list and I sort it in Excel.
Okay.
If there's another way, I don't know. Maybe somebody who's better at that, like an Amy Roskamp type person, might know.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I know that you had someone that was going to talk about vendor events. And I'm not sure what she was going to share. I just did a vendor event a couple weekends ago. And I've never really been super successful at vendor events, but I just do a few here and there because I like to just have fun and talk to people. And I have tons of stuff. But I do always put out those, enter to win a prize things. And lots of times, not very many people fill those out. In fact, this vendor event, it was 2 days, I had only 3 people filled it out,
Whoa.
but I still drew for my prize. And that person that I messaged was one that I had spent a little bit of time talking to. She, a long time ago, used to be a consultant and whatever, we talked about some things. But when I messaged her about how can I drop off your prize, she says, I want to do a party for you. So, just those little things, even though, most of the time it does nothing for me, every once in a while it does. So you just got to keep doing those things. So that's my in-home party in June.
That's so exciting. And vendor events, I don't want to steal Beth's thunder. They are definitely hit or miss. You just have to try them. And if it's a bad one, you just don't sign up for it the next year. Because usually if you're in, then you can always do it the next year. But I have like my 4 places that I do every spring and fall. I will never not do them because they're very good for me. And then I don't worry about any others unless I'm just in a place of like desperation. But yeah, the one I did in spring, I had my wheel and 2 people booked home parties on the spot. And that's never happened to me before at a vendor event. And I think it's just the season we're in of people wanting to connect face to face. So that's our encouragement for you guys. And I miss your faces too. So get your butts to conference, national conference, if you at all can. It's in August. Registration goes up, but you will never regret going to conference. Like you will regret not going. So it'll change your business, change your life. So that's it, you guys. I love you all very, very much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching on the replay if you made it this far, and see you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Kelly.